Hey guys, Father and Son RC here. We've got the 6S Arrma Notorious on the healing bench here. This is one of our favorite cars, and what happened is we broke the steering tie rod. So you can see it's cracked right here. You can see that crack. I just stuck it on there so that you can see what happened. And what's supposed to happen, this is our fault. I don't know if you can see the way this comes in, it comes away, right? And then it tucks in. This is supposed to actually go like that. Oops, sorry. Right, it's supposed to go like that. And so that the tie rod is tucked in closer to the suspension. The reason it does that, well, is because for one thing, it got really worn right in there, which you can see that little divot, that's not supposed to be there. And if we look at this side, right, there's the tie rod. Also, geez, look at me, I keep getting in the way. Okay, there's the tie rod arm. Also on the wrong way. Look what happens when it steers, right? Urgh, the lighting is not so good. Anyway, it rubs right in that spot, right? So, it ended up getting worn and it ended up breaking. So we got some parts in this bag, AR330230. Tons of miscellaneous tie rod arms or tie rod ends in here, as well as some body mounts. Looks like the front bumper for the Typhon, 6S Typhon that is. And then there's a whole bunch of different parts, tie rod arms, that are all labeled the same, but they're slightly different. If you look at these two, right, you can see that this one's fatter. It's actually got a fatter hole there. So I don't know if this one's like 8S or Creighton. I don't know. I didn't compare. But anyway, we need the one with the smaller hole for this guy. So we're going to get those put together, and then we'll bring you back, and we'll get them put on the right way around so that hopefully you guys can learn from our mistakes and not make the same mistake and not unnecessarily break a tie rod arm when you're out playing at the skate park. All right, guys, so we threaded this guy back on here, and you can see in this orientation where this is angled towards the control arm here, how much closer that is to the control arm, right? Like right in here. And then this was the other one that was on the wrong way. So see this gap? That's what you don't want. That right there is where it was rubbing against the inside of the rim. And that one, of course, is ready to break as well. So that'll get replaced. This guy's going to go on here properly. Well, the reverse threaded, I guess, so that you can thread them in and out. So that'll go on there. And all we got to do is take this guy out. There's a nut on the bottom. Let's see. There we go. There's a captured nut. Not a captured nut, but a nut. So anyway, that'll come out. Actually, I think it's a cap screw. So we're gonna need to unscrew it at both ends to get to that ball joint. And then presumably we'll have to turn the turnbuckle in and out a little bit and adjust the steering toe, right? So oh, that's stiff. That needs some lube. So that'll adjust the steering. All right, we'll come back to you when we get put back together. Hopefully we'll get it somewhat aligned. All right, guys, now we got proper orientation on this side. Oops. I'm blocking the light. How do we do this? If we turn the wheel all the way, get in there. Can you guys see it? There we go. All right, well, we're looking, oh, even better. Right, so that's the gap we're looking for. All right. Whereas on this side, when we turn the wheel that way, because we had the tie rod on the wrong way around, see how that is rubbing right here. That's where we're looking. Can we, there we go. Right, so that's gonna, man, the light is right in the wrong spot. My phone is in the wrong spot. Okay, you can kind of see it there, right? So you can certainly see the wear mark on the tie rod arm, right? So you want it so that that gap is small, like that, and that way it won't rub. No rubbies. Come on. Sorry. There we go. I want this gap here. Also something to note, probably if you get aftermarket wheels and tires. So, super easy to fix. I'll show you on this side. The other side I already had off, but you just take this off. There's a cap screw on the bottom, and that's got a hex head on it as well. Take that off, unscrew this guy, hold this with pliers, unscrew this that way, because it's opposite rotation, and then put it back together. And you're going to want to use Loctite on it because it's metal on metal. And you just have to pop this off of this ball and then pop the new one on. Super simple. All right, Father and Son RC, like and subscribe. Hopefully this helped you guys out so that you don't get stuck making the same mistake we did. I don't know exactly when I made the mistake, but obviously at some point we put this back together. Oh, you know when? When we drilled these things out. Where is it? Come on. There we go. So we kept popping drive shafts out of this thing. We wanted to retain these to keep this arm nice and strong, but I drilled those so that the pivot ball could actually insert into that. So just bringing that in just a little bit and taking the spacer out on top here. Oops, sorry, let's get you back in the frame. Taking that spacer out, pulled this in slightly, and where are we? So that gave us, of course the sway bar's right in the way. Let's try this side. There you go. You can see that dog bone right in here. Jeez, I can't tell where my finger's going. And right in here. It's like I'm working in the mirror. So there's the dog bone. So by drilling those little red caps and pulling out that upper shim, it pushes the dog bone link further into the cup and it doesn't pop out. So that really, that made a huge difference. We haven't had an issue since. I mean, we replaced the drive cups while we were at it, but yeah, that fixed that issue. So we drilled out these things, we removed the upper shim, that brings this whole knuckle inward, and that keeps the dog bones from or the CVs from popping out. Whatever, dog bone on this side, whatever it is, the axle from popping out. That really worked. Yeah, but then clearly I put this back together the wrong way. So that's a great fix to keep these from popping out. Just make sure you get these back on the right way around so you don't have to do this over again like we are. Like and subscribe, guys. Father and Son RC.